The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Well, since its founding in 1891, the New Mexico Military Institute has been dedicated to turning the young men and women who attend their school into tomorrow's leaders. They do this through a three-pillar model that sharpens their students' minds, bodies, and spirits while preparing them for school and life. Joining us today to give us a better understanding of how the school operates and how someone can be enrolled, we're joined by Brigadier General Voris McBurnett, who is the president and superintendent for the New Mexico Military Institute. Thank you so much for being here today.
No, thank you, Monica. I appreciate you taking time out.
No, thank you. Ahead of Veterans Day, this is a really poignant time to have this conversation, learn about New Mexico's Military Institute, what you guys have accomplished since your founding, and what is ahead for you guys. That's kind of where I want to start this conversation, is just to talk to me a little bit about what separates NMI from maybe other schools.
Thank you. So, New Mexico Military Institute, like you said, founded in 1891. We're coming up on our 135th anniversary. So that within itself is longevity, right?
Yeah.
So we are the de facto official military school of New Mexico.
Yeah.
Having worked through some small difficulties in getting started in 1891 to 1893, the state has been a really big helper and sponsor of what we do. So for what we're doing with our students, we basically work off of three model pillars to say that we work on the academics, we work on the athletics, and we work on leadership through the Corps of Cadets. That is how we shape our students to go on to be leaders of the future in New Mexico and beyond. I think that one part of what we have is some small misconceptions about New Mexico Military Institute.
Okay.
Because our school basically works off of a couple of different models within its shell.
Okay.
So we are a school that actually does cadet preps, which, if you're not familiar, are cadets who have been sponsored by the military academies across the 5 spectrums of military academies. And they come to our school. They may have had a little snag in a class or something like that where they weren't officially admitted in the beginning. So there's a foundation that assists them and that pays their tuition for them to come to our school for a year as they fix whatever it was that was wrong with their application, and they stay with us for a year because we have an academy-like experience. So once they come there, they work with us for a year, then hopefully those academies take them there.
Okay.
So that is for like the first year of their college experience. Now we also have senior ROTC. So that senior ROTC program is we're one of 4 small military colleges in the country. So what that means is that we actually offer, like if you've been to a 4-year college and you see your ROTC people going through their training, they go through it for 4 years.
Okay.
At our school, you can earn that same commission in 2 years because we're a junior college. So you're able to actually finish our school in junior college and get that commission and then go on to matriculate at another school and finish your bachelor's degree.
So you're making these incredibly well-rounded individuals who are poised to lead once they leave the New Mexico Military Institute, which is incredible. Can you talk about some of the accomplishments your school has seen?
So for the last year or so, we've kind of had, let's call it stagnant enrollment.
Okay.
So we were at a certain position that we've been at least probably for the last 5 years. Over this last year, we were able to increase our enrollment by an additional 122 students over the previous year. So that is pushing us, because our school is a niche school, it is a specialized school, and actually for this state and for what we provide, it should be full.
Yeah.
So where we're working towards is to be able to give that quality education for New Mexican students here, and to be able to do that, there are certain levels that we have to reach. So we have started a middle school in Roswell in the last 3 years. So the school has progressively moved up. We started with a 6th grade class that is now an 8th grade class. that is now looking forward to graduation in the spring.
That's
So,
incredible.
yeah, so
that is exciting.
So what we found in doing that is our school is probably rated 1 or 2 in New Mexico in junior colleges
Okay.
and also in high school.
Yeah.
So we have a very high academic standard to go along with those athletics and to go along with those core cadet activities. So one of the things that when I first came here and started talking to the legislature and we were talking about percentages and things of that nature is how many New Mexican students go to our school, which we're proud of that we stay in the 40s and 50% in having New Mexican students. But one of the things that we're working on now is how successful are those New Mexican students and can we get them all the way through our highly advanced academic programs?
Sure.
So that's why we started a middle school, so that the students coming to our school from New Mexican backgrounds can feel comfortable with that they know the curriculum, they've had this education, and they can build upon that in the future.
Yeah.
So that is something that we are actually doing planning right now, looking into whether this is something that we can expand out of Roswell and maybe to other urban population centers in New Mexico to build a kind of core, a nucleus of middle school students who can come and be successful at New Mexico Military Institute in 9th grade.
And I think that's amazing, right? Preparing them for what's to come. They're not totally blindsided. They have an
Yes.
idea and they know how to approach the curriculum from an academic
Yes.
standpoint. Very important. What's next for you guys? What does the future kind of look like?
So, like I said before, we're going into our 135th year, so we'll have major 135-year celebrations going on all 2026.
Yeah.
And we also are commemorating our planning for the beginning of the 50 years of having women in New Mexico Military Institute.
Well, that's exciting.
Because in 1976, they were planning to make sure that the women cadets could be successful, and the first class started in 1977. So we're going to definitely commemorate that as well.
A lot to look forward to. Where do we go online to learn a little bit more? We talked about so much today. There's so much going on. Is there a website we can go to?
Sure. If you put in nmmi.edu, you'll be able to find out more about us, me, all of the leadership at the school and what we're looking forward to, because our school is founded off of the tenets of duty, honor, and achievement. So that is something that all cadets learn. And we also work off of the core of cadets mantra of a cadet will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those that do. So if you're looking for that type of education for your child moving into being a young cadet, then this is something that we offer, and that this is probably one of the greatest things that separates us from other schools in New Mexico, because the leadership aspect, the integrity aspect, all of those things are a part of our curriculum that we work on to make sure that our cadets not only go on to be in those military spheres that I talked to you about, but that they're also able to be productive citizens for New Mexico and beyond when they leave us. Because popular to contrary belief is that we actually probably only commission about and go on to military academies about 20% of our cadets. The rest of them go on to four-year institutions and they take the skills that they've learned to be successful into those realms.
Absolutely amazing. Just ensuring that not only is New Mexico poised to be a front runner in the future, but when those individuals go on to other places as well, they will know how to lead from the academic education experience they got from NUMMI.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much for being here today. I
Sure.
really appreciate your time. This was a
No
great
problem.
conversation.
Thank you.
Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.